Look, man, I want to talk about something. And look, I know my camera is going to be blurry. I know this shit's going to be blurry because I dropped my phone in water, and I see it blurry right here. But it's my voice you guys are here for, right? It's my voice. It's not really the video to say. But I want to talk about... I'm sorry. You guys did not have to hear any of that. But you did. I want to talk about just masturbating in general, bro. Like, I used to be that type of guy that would just jerk off a lot. Some days more than others. There was days I jerked off once. There was days I jerked off twice. At my lowest point, there was a time I jerked off like at least 8 times. No, that's too fucking much. At least 4 times. I was exaggerating. At least 4 times. And I know by the 4th time, like, my dick was... I beat the fuck out my dick. Let's just put it like that. But every single time I busted that day, I felt like knocking out. I was really getting rid of all my energy like that. I was really throwing all that shit all over. I was really laying in bed not doing shit with my life. Realize that, man. When you bust, it means because you got nothing to do. When you got nothing to do, go find something to do. Busting ain't it, bro. Busting a nut every fucking second ain't it. I stopped masturbating, man. I stopped watching porn. I stopped beating my dick. The only time I come now, the only time I release my sexual energy is when I have wet dreams. And I'm not gonna lie, since I started the semen retention, I've been having wet dreams. At least more than I used to. And it's crazy because it's like, bro, like, god damn. Like, for real. But I don't feel like I did when I busted consciously, when I did it myself. I don't feel like that no more, man, because I used to bust and I used to feel hella guilt. I used to feel like shit afterwards because I was like, I don't feel like doing shit. I just busted. I just want to knock out. I just want to go play some video games, go watch some Netflix. I stopped busting. Now I'm doing my own shit. Now I got my little side hustle. Now I'm just loving life. If I feel like shit, I go for a drive. If I feel like I'm feeling down, I go for a drive. I go for a drive, listen to some good music, and that shit just makes me feel good, man. It makes me realize everything I have to be grateful for. I love life. I love everything. I'm here to learn. I'm here to grow. Ain't nothing stopping me from doing those things. Realize that. And when you're busting every day, you're getting rid of that drive. You're getting rid of that ambition. Your testosterone. What makes you a man. What makes a man is wanting to grow. Man is wanting to grow spiritually, mentally, physically, and wealthy-wise. I get it. Money don't bring happiness. But I'm not shooting for money. Look, in my lifetime, what I'm aiming for isn't money. It's freedom. Freedom from this life. Freedom from this modern day slavery. And maybe along my journey, my goals might change. I grow every day. Every day is a new me. I'm learning every fucking day that passes. So who knows? Maybe tomorrow I might want something else. If I do, I do. It's simple, but as of right now, I know what I want and I know what I'm going for. While enjoying every fucking day, while living my life day by day. I'm living my life day by day like I didn't give a fuck. Because tomorrow isn't guaranteed. Tomorrow is not guaranteed, man. Realize that. Really think about that. I know death isn't something big. I know death isn't something to be scared of. But realize that shit could be lurking right around the corner. Love everyone in your life like if it was your last day here. You shouldn't wait for you to lose someone important for you to realize how important they were to you. And it might sound cliche, man, but I'm coming to realize that in this fucked up world out here, Anything that's cliche has the deepest meaning to it. You just have to see past the clichéness of it. They become cliche somehow, right? Because they're true. They're true at a deeper level, but now we hear cliche and it's almost like an insult. You know, it's almost like an insult to that saying, to that. Like, oh, it's basic. It's real. It's not basic. It's real life. It's real shit happening. Realize, man, you don't need a fab. If you want to do this No Nut November, by all means, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it, but try to keep that streak. Man, I told you guys, the last time I busted myself, my bad. But I was saying, the last time I consciously fapped, I just remembered, man, I even made a video on it, was when I got blue balled. You know, I got blue balls and I was like, fuck, I had a bust. But thankfully, I still felt good after. You know, I didn't feel guilt. I didn't bust to watching no porn or any females nude. I busted by myself. I busted like, fuck it. Let me get this nut real quick. But ever since I made that video, I haven't busted a single time. I think I've had one wet dream. I'm telling you, man, your wet dreams become intensified when you're on semen retention. They become intensified. And it's crazy because I never had as much wet dreams as now. But just to tell you, man, when you have a wet dream, you're doing something right. Your body wants to produce. Your body is making so much semen that it needs to let some go before it can handle all of that. Realize that it's life force energy. It's literally what makes life. It's literally fucking life. Life. The fact that we're here, our ancestors were here. Everybody was here because of this simple ass liquid, whatever you want to call it. Imagine you put all that to use. Imagine you use it towards your advantage instead of using it against your disadvantage because you don't got any of it. In order to grow, you need to outgrow this shit, man. You gotta realize that everything is toxicness. Everything that we insert into our minds is toxicness. Meaning like porn. All this nasty ass food. I eat unhealthy. That's one of the demons I'm fighting. I eat unhealthy. It's something that I want to improve on. It's something that I want to work on. But everything's meant to destroy you. Realize that everything's meant to destroy you. And unfortunately, we live in a world where you tell people this and they look at you fucking crazy. They go like, what the fuck? Like, what's wrong with you? But in reality, man, it's like, there ain't nothing wrong with me. There ain't nothing wrong with me. I live in my own world. I live in my own reality. I see what I see. I don't bash no one's beliefs, man. Look, you believe what you want to believe, but don't come at me questioning my beliefs. Don't come at me questioning me what I believe, what I see, how I see life, my perspective. My perspective is just as right as your perspective. That's the outlook I have on things, man. I'll never judge your belief. And if you decide to come at me with my beliefs, so be it. I ain't gonna say your beliefs are wrong. Shit, you do you, vibe out. Either way, man, realize that all this semen that you got is really important to us, man. Like, this life, you know, ever since I started semen retention, like, I just been loving life. And it sounds like something everyone would say, but now I'm starting to see it, man. Like, I'm really, and it's not even because of the things that are happening to me, you know. But yes, my life is going good right now, and no matter what problem comes my way, I seem to have a better perspective on it now. Like, back then, I would just focus on the negatives. Now, even if it's a shitty ass day, I focus on the positives. I love my life. And now I'm starting to see what they meant by live your best life, do you. I'm starting not to give a fuck about anything, man. Anything anyone gotta say. I'm doing me. I know what I want out of life. And yes, it's exterior things. But shit, I'm learning. I'm growing. You can't, the thing people have mixed up in spirituality, man, is that they try to twist it. They try to become a whole different person from morning to day. But you gotta realize, man, that's not how it works. You gotta take it day by day. Come to that realization, consciously be aware that you're growing now, that you're expanding now. Every day you're a new person. Every day you're not afraid to take chances. Money ain't shit. I can lose all the money I invested in myself and I wouldn't care. It's gone. What am I going to stress about? It's gone. Live in the moment. Realize it's gone. There's nothing to stress about. I could be stressing about a ticket I got to pay and I don't got the money, but why? Why am I going to stress about it? I'm gonna have to go through that situation regardlessly, right? That day's going to come where I'm going to need to pay and I don't got the money, right? So why am I going to spend all these days that I don't have that problem in front of me stressing about it? That shit just don't make sense in my head no more. That shit don't make sense in my head no more. I just don't understand that. That's not part of my mindset no more. I'm focused in the present moment. And keep in mind, man, shit just comes my way. Shit just comes my way. I accepted the flow of life. Like, no matter what happens, it happens. Yeah, I might get frustrated in the moment, but as soon as I catch myself, I realize, man, like, hey, you're good. Shit happens. This is life. Obviously, that don't mean to go out and do stupid shit. Be smart with it, man. If you're one of those people that you're hearing me say this and like, oh, okay, I'm gonna just stop being responsible. That's not how it works. That ain't how it works. Realize that. Life's good, man. I recommend semen retention. You know, it's a lifestyle, bro. It's not something you just do for the benefits. It's something that you do because you want your life to do a full ass 360. I'm telling you, my life as of now is completely different from when I started. And obviously every day is different, right? Every day is something's growing, something's changing. I'm changing every day. I'm growing every day. But my life has been different. I started reading self-development books. I'm reading The Power of Now. Good book, man. Love that book. I'm going to reread that book. Probably not right after I finish it, but I'm going to read another book after I finish it. And when I'm done with that one, I'm most likely going to go back to The Power of Now. Because that book has so much good information that I'm sure I missed some of it on the first read. So I'm going to go back. Man, I was never the type to like reading books. But then I started a semen retention and it's something that interested me. I don't play as much video games no more. I used to play video games every time I was bored. Now, I see it as a waste of time. Now, I'm not saying you can't play video games. Do what you want in this life. But for me, I don't really feel like playing video games anymore. It's not something that interests me anymore. You know, it's not something that I want to waste my time on anymore. I'd rather watch Netflix than play video games. And shows, I be watching shows. I don't really watch movies. And shows, I have learned a lot about shows, man. I watched The Flash. I watched The Arrow. Look, The Flash is all about hope. That faith. That show taught me a lot. Arrow is all about loyalness. You know, no matter how dark shit gets, you gotta have the people you trust. Trust yourself. Realize that. And that's why I watch shows, and that's why I would prefer watching a show than watching a movie or playing video games. But either way, man, I recommend this NoFap, you know, or this semen retention because it just gives you a whole different outlook on a lot of things. I've been getting a lot of information, man, like things that just pop in to my head and it makes so much sense to a problem I've been having in my life. And now it's just clear as day. And it's just like, what the fuck? The answers have been in front of me inside my fucking mind this whole time. It's not even from the mind, man. I know it's not from the mind, but either way, man, I hope you guys have a good ass day, good ass night, good ass afternoon, good ass fucking life. Live life, man. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. Don't let no one tell you what you can and can't do, because this is your life. Live your life, not theirs, man. Later.